This is simple mathematics.
Sure.
So how relevant is your Annex 2?
There is another attachment with 713,600, which shows the list of the rents and the tenants.
Yeah, Governor, just 2 minutes ago you said all your revenue streams are automated. I would expect that land rates, property rates, etc. are all automated. So why is your officer saying they are still compiling? Because ideally this should just be pulled from the system.
These are arrears. The 700 are arrears. They are not the current.
I'm talking about the 1.795 because the listing, the description there is land rates, property rates. Is it still your position that you have automated all your streams, including land rates and property rates?
This is from this. What did you want to respond? This is from the system, Chair. Even if you look at the document, it's.
Yes, if it is from the system, why was the Auditor General not given at that time? Your officer says they were still compiling. Why do you need to compile when you are automated?
Thank you, Chair. In the course of compiling, we are reconciling so that we can give a verified figure to the auditor.
But, you know, this thing is as easy as election results.
Right.
Now you are behaving like Chebukati, saying that the returns came and you are still reconciling. If these things are in the system, if property rates are paid in the system, when the Auditor General comes, you just click and you get an XLS to support 2.5. And the auditor was there for a couple of days, maybe a couple of weeks, and this was not provided. You bring it to the Senate. How sure are we that this piece of paper was not just made somewhere on Kirinyaga Road?
Chair, if I may respond to that question as to why the documents were not submitted on time. What happens with the receiver of revenue at the close of every month? The money collected in various bank accounts is swiped directly to the CRF. At the closure of financial year, there are still some accounts which are collecting, yet that money, because of the deadline of 31st, the money has not been swiped. So when the auditor comes, he only gets the receipt as of that deadline. So, and that is what contributed to the deficit of 15. However, when we got the management letter, by that time the system was fully audited and we were able to provide the additional supporting documents that auditor requested for.
Auditor General, are you satisfied with, first of all, when you look at that schedule, are you able to vouch for its authenticity and its source? Because for me, it is not headed, there's no description, it might just be any other piece of paper.
For us, we may not be able to authenticate the documents. But the first one looks like it's generated from the system, which is Kiripe. But the second one is like a manual receipt, the one for 700,000.
Okay, now, even if you are to put that in abeyance for a moment, the second limb, documentary evidence supporting additions in arrears of 15 million. Has that been provided to you?
That one has not yet provided.
This has not been provided. Governor, 15 million? And you know, this should be a fairly easy exercise because I would be extremely worried if it was expenditure. But this is revenue. And revenue should be very traceable. Because you can't say that you have 15 million as arrears and you don't know what the source is. If it was expenditure, I would be extremely worried. But I'm getting more worried that you cannot trace your revenue. Where is the documentary evidence for the 15.2?